What the fuck? Man. Really, Blizzard? Fucking really? I just can't win with Blizzard. We get a taste of what could be, we get a taste of what is potentially a little bit of a changed company. Not necessarily a completely reformed company, not necessarily the best company in gaming, or even back to the glory days of Blizzard, but just a little taste with Dragonflight and it being a pretty solid expansion. And I'm thinking to myself, oh man, maybe I can actually try and enjoy Diablo 4, especially with you have a bunch of content creators that all got to actually play Diablo 4 recently, and they all seem to be really excited and positive about it. And I myself want to check it out. I talked about as much in the podcast. And then I look at the pre-order bonuses of Diablo 4 and it just boils my blood. Is it a deal breaker? No, but did it need to be like this? Did it need to have some of the things that it does, which we're going to get into, that just feel slimy and dirty, and it doesn't feel like something that you should actually give your hard-earned money to? God damn it, dude. You just can't win. So what exactly is going on, you might be wondering. And yesterday I was checking out some of the pre-order bonuses for Diablo 4, because if you've watched the Frozen Sodium Throne podcast, you'll know that currently I am interested in checking out Diablo 4, despite being extremely hesitant about a lot of the systems that are being implemented into the game, such as the battle pass that they have going on, as well as the fact that there's like a premium version of the battle pass. There's a lot of things with the game that I fundamentally do not agree, but with the Preach interviews basically indicating that Blizzard is in a better spot, with my experience with Dragonflight, which has up until this point been extremely positive, I was like, okay, let's give this a shot. Let's check out Diablo 4. Sorry about the dogs barking in the background. I've been really having a blast doing these videos outdoors and like throughout the different spots in the warehouse that, you know, there's going to be some weird background noises. Hopefully the microphone doesn't pick those up too much. But continuing onward, so I went ahead and I got all of the details about all of the different editions that you have. And there's a couple of interesting things here. Now, number one of the things that I believe that I might have already talked about this before, but you know, the game's going to be coming out on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox platforms. And they state in the place where you buy it, says, your progress carries over throughout all different platforms. That means if you can begin playing on your Xbox, then you might have some friends on PC, and you can just kind of like move your character over to the PC and play there, and then you can go back and play on your Xbox, or if you have a PlayStation 5, you can go back and play on a PlayStation 5. You can play on whatever platform you want, and your progress carries over. But naturally, from what I can tell, this does mean that you still need to purchase the game on all of those different platforms, which, to be honest, you know, at least it's one step forward, which is something that we wish for a lot of games, to actually have this cross progression. Trust me, most of the people who play Monster Hunter Rise or Sunbreak would love to have something like this, but, you know, unfortunately, we're not going to be getting it, despite the fact that the game is now on like 3 different platforms. All of them have different save files, which means that for a lot of us, you know, we've had to progress through the game multiple different times so that we could play with different friends and whatnot. But anyway, that's like one of the good things about Diablo 4 is that your progress carries over throughout all the different platforms. Most likely, it means that all of your save files, all of your save data is going to be on Blizzard servers. So I'm assuming no offline play. As a matter of fact, I think it's been confirmed no offline play is pretty much an MMO. So let's start by talking about prices, because there's an interesting thing going on with prices here, which I don't know if this is the case for a lot of video games. I haven't really looked at video game pricing in so long, because I've just been playing mostly Monster Hunter games and I just get codes for those. But the standard edition of the game is $69.99 in the States, and this, I believe, is across all platforms. So it's $69.99 if you buy it on PC, $69.99 if you buy it on PlayStation or on Xbox. Now, when the things come over to the EU side of things is where it gets interesting. So it's a one-to-one conversion, so you're talking 69.99 euros on the PC version, but then you get the European console tax, which is the only thing I can think of calling it, which basically means the standard edition on a console, so on your Xbox or on your, I mean, I'm assuming this is for the latest generation, so Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5, you're talking about 79.99 euros for the standard edition. So that's 80 euros for the standard edition of Diablo 4 on current generation consoles, which I'm going to go ahead and say that's a little bit extreme. And then when you start going down the other different versions, so you have the digital deluxe edition, that's going to be $89.99 on US, but on here on console, it's going to be 99.99 euros. And, you know, same thing for the Ultimate Edition. It's going to be 110 euros for the European console version. Not exactly sure what this 10 euro tax is specifically to consoles. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, especially when you take into consideration that most of the content is not even on disc, it's online. But you're talking about digital versions. Like, if you buy the digital version, it's still going to be this price. So there's this weird pricing thing going on where I think that this game is brutally overpriced, personally, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Then we have, what do you get with the standard edition? So if you pre-order the standard edition, because there's going to be pre-order bonuses, of course, you're going to get a Nereus Wings and Nereus Murloc Pet in Diablo 3. You're going to get the Amalgam of Rage mount in World of Warcraft, which is a new mount. I don't know if you can dragon ride with this one, don't really care. Umber Winged Darkness Cosmetic set in Diablo Immortal, which Diablo Immortal is a piece of shit fucking video game that if it exploded tomorrow and deleted all of the characters from all the people who pumped money into it, I would laugh in the middle of the chaos. I would laugh at all of you idiots who've poured so much fucking money on that goddamn scam of a game that's a piece of a shit game, even if it wasn't, you know, even if you take away all of the monetization bullshit, what you're left with is still a piece of a shit of a game. But, you know, whatever. So I don't give a fuck about any cosmetics for Diablo Immortal because, you know, I've already made a review of that game. It's a piece of shit. Then you have the digital deluxe edition, and this is when things start getting interesting. So you get all of those same things, so the cosmetic stuff that we just talked about. Then we have them pulling up the usual Ubisoft thing of up to 4 days early access in Diablo 4's launch. I hate this. I can't stand this practice, okay? I really don't fucking like it. And in this case, it is particularly scummy because it's one thing, like you can say, oh, but Rurikhan, it's because of the servers. You know, if you do it like this, then servers don't explode. And also, Rurikhan, they do this practice in Final Fantasy XIV as well. And you're right. And I've criticized Final Fantasy XIV for doing that too. But the difference is, in Final Fantasy XIV, all you have to do is pre-order the standard version of the game, and you get the 3 days of early access, the standard version. And whereas in Diablo 4, they're doing it with the Digital Deluxe Edition. This is what I call the Ubisoft Special, because this is what Ubisoft has been doing with a lot of their Assassin's Creed games since forever, and I fucking hate it. I can't fucking stand it. Although, in an Assassin's Creed game, it's not as bad. I still can't fucking stand it. In a game like Diablo 4, it is fundamentally pay to win. And I know that some people are going to argue about, oh, it's not really, because people like to fucking move the goalposts whenever you start talking about pay to win. And it's like, shut the fuck up, motherfucker. It is pay to win. And you better fucking learn to accept the definition of pay to win, which is whenever anything that you can pay real money for gives you an unfair advantage over somebody else. Starting 4 days early in what we've been calling essentially a Diablo MMO is fundamentally an in-game advantage, whether you choose to believe that or not. I don't give a fuck. It's that simple. Please do not shift the goalpost. This is pay to win, plain and simple. Now, again, it's just a 4-day early access, which is something that bothers me. I wish that this 4-day early access was in the standard edition. And I think that that would be the right thing to do, but of course, who cares about doing the right thing? Then it says here, seasonal battle pass unlock in Diablo 4. Now, if you guys have been paying attention, Diablo 4 is going to have a battle pass. It is going to have a free track, which, considering that in the standard edition they mention nothing about this battle pass, it basically means that this is going to be the premium track of the battle pass for Diablo 4. So you get the free track with the standard edition, and then on this one you have, like, you know, more bonuses, more bullshit that you unlock as you play through the game. Then there's a Temptation mount in Diablo 4, as well as a Hellborn Carapace mount armor in Diablo 4. So horse armor. Yes, we're taking it back. It's almost like a callback. Hey, we're taking it back, guys, to the origins of cosmetic microtransactions. But yeah, now about this mount, I've been told that supposedly you only gain access to this mount at the end of the game, so it doesn't really give you an unfair advantage if you don't have the mount, because everybody gets a mount. This is just like you get a special looking mount, I'm assuming. But I believe you only gain access to it once you finish the campaign. Again, if you gain early access to this mount and you're able to mount ahead of other players being able to mount because you have the special Deluxe edition, I think that's going to be bullshit. Also, there's a train coming. And it's gone. Now, what else can you get if you then also include the Ultimate Edition, $99.99, or $110 if you buy it in a console in Europe? You get all the things that we just talked about, with the exception of, instead of getting the Seasonal Battle Pass unlock, you get the accelerated Seasonal Battle Pass unlock in Diablo 4, which includes a premium Seasonal Battle Pass unlock, plus 20 tier skips and a cosmetic. So I can't even tell if there's like a second premium tier, because it said includes a premium tier Seasonal Battle Pass, because there's no mention of a premium tier on the Digital Deluxe Edition. So this has me wondering, so you're telling me there's a free version of the Battle Pass, then there's the regular version of the Battle Pass, and then there's the premium version of the Seasonal Battle Pass, and then you also get the 20 tier skips and a special cosmetic. All right. You also get the Temptation mount, as well as Hellborn Carapace mount, and a special emote in Diablo 4. Now, I'd love to throw this out into the air, but I'm not going to do that because I don't actually want to spread trash in this beautiful green spot that I have over here. So I'm just going to be taking these little pieces to the trash, because that's about the consideration that this particular topic deserves. It pisses me off to no end that we can't just release a video game and, you know, just sell the video game to people. And it's like, look, if you want to have a live service, sure, I can understand some of this battle pass bullshit, fine, whatever. But do you really need to nickel and dime people to this extent with 4-day early access and fucking 3 different tracks of a battle pass? It's like, dude, it just feels like such a terrible experience. And it makes me really sad, because just yesterday I made a video about how happy I was that Elden Ring and God of War were the 2 games that were duking it out in the Game Awards, because these are 2 games with just like a straight up good business model for players, where you just buy the game, play the game, have a good time. And it appears that these games are still, damn, there's a dude going around with a bike. It appears that these games are still profitable. They still sell well. They're still very successful games. And it's a damn shame what this industry is getting up to. It's a damn fucking shame. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you did not enjoy this video, the dislike button. Feedback is important. See you guys in the next one. And stay strong. Stay safe. Peace out.